Earlier this week, we brought you news that the Izu Ojukwu-directed movie 76 has been announced as the closing film for the Africa International Film Festival. This is coming off the back of receiving recognition at the Toronto International Film Festival and London Film Festival. Well, things are getting even better for the movie as it becomes the first Nollywood film to get a distribution deal with the Hollywood Channel, as announced by Shoreline Entertainment. So we bring into our spotlight the movie, which took about 8 years to make and is expected to finally premiere in Nigeria this year.
I just want the audience to take a moment and look behind that uniform and look behind the guns. And what I think they would see is a man, not a soldier. They will see a father, not a soldier. They will see a husband, not a soldier.
140 Slate 53, take 1.
Some Six is a stylized drama entrenched with deep philosophy. It's a story about love, about honor and integrity. Set in the 70s during the oil boom era, a decisive decade in our political history. 76 is set within the time that relationship between the North and the South was still very fragile. A young girl from the East in love with a young soldier from the Middle Belt. The relationship went on to prove that love is stronger than our senseless tribal and religious boundaries.
The story doesn't really center on the assassination itself. It actually centers around the coup plotters and then those who probably suffered most, the aftermath of the coup. So that's more like the story. And I think it's more embedded in the women.
For once, we heard the woman's side of it, you know? We hear, of course, most of the films you hear is about a soldier or how they have lived or everything about the glory of a soldier. They do well. But you see those women there, too, do well.
I cannot remember vividly what happened that night.
Was Auntie Mary here that night?
Yes.
For how long?
She was here all night.
And your husband?
I told you I was down. I'm trying
Was your husband here that night?
Yes.
Yes, what?
No.
Yes, he was here. No, he wasn't here. I can't continue to play this game with
I
you.
told you
Was your husband
down.
here that night?
No. No. She represents the unsung heroes, the army wives. This woman I hardly seen or hardly heard, but being involved in this project gave me an opportunity to live with them for those 6 months that we were shooting, because I spent 6 months with them in the barracks, you know, talking to them, living with them, hearing their experiences, sharing their pain, their joy, you know, and it just gave me an opportunity to see life through the eyes of the army wife, you know, and I'm happy that I was able, or rather I was given this sheer joy of bringing this character Susie to life. That scene where she was in the hospital and saying she wanted to go home.
I want to go home now! I want to go home! I see my baby!
That was the eve of my birthday, and I was upset because I was on set till 6 a.m. I didn't want to be on set till 6 a.m. I was just not having it, but I found myself on set till 6 a.m. and I was really upset, you know? So I started crying. I said I wanted to go. I didn't want to shoot. I just started crying. And they took me back to the hotel. Not knowing that these crew members and cast members had planned a surprise birthday party for me.
1, 2, 3! Happy birthday!
It took us about
2 years and a bit at the pre-production stage, you know, trying to set everything, you know, back in time, 76, get the right cars, the right furniture, even the right paint on the walls. Okay, we had to make sure the entire environment was prepared.
We are talking of 1976. I am not talking of Renaissance period. I'm not talking of the epocha of Baroque. I'm not talking of Classicism or during Paleo-Christian, no. 30 years ago. And we cannot find vehicles of 30 years ago. The one we found, we had to completely go and resuscitate the Baba from pension so that he could help us put all the hydraulics and stuff like that. So that tells you how difficult it is really to make a film in Nigeria, especially if you have to make a period movie.
The colonel assigned to us by the chief of army staff then insisted that he didn't want us to act as military people, but he wanted us to be military people on the movie, you know. So it was really, really painstaking.
Where are you coming? I come today! Yes, sir. I come today! Let's go! If you know you are hold! Don't hold! Hold! If you hear if I'm throwing that word of command, don't stop! Yes, sir. Don't stop!
Yes, sir.
Come here! Wait! What is this? I tell you how to march in Clyde.
Yeah, you said by the right.
Shut up! By the right, you by the right. You should by the right. You! Be careful, oh!
See what you go through, so.